Yo, welcome to the Damage Report right here on NBA Hot Takes. So today we're going to talk about the reasons Kyrie Irving wanted to leave the Cavaliers. Now there are plenty of videos across YouTube trying to pinpoint the reasons why he wanted to leave, but I don't think they really covered the real reason why he wanted to leave to the full extent that I believe he himself looked and just basically said, I'm out, dude, I'm out. What's the point? So, he has been with the Cavaliers since he joined the league, number one pick, and he's been probably top 5 point guard since he's been in the league almost. And when he signed his 5-year contract with the team, he wanted to be the guy. I mean, of course he was the guy. But the same year he signed his contract, LeBron wanted to come home. And the thing about LeBron is when he comes, he is not just LeBron, the player. He is also the general manager. He's also the coach. He has a say in every aspect of the team. So he controls every aspect behind the scenes, basically strangleholding the team. Because the players under contract, he made them sign the players he wanted. I mean, he created a burden basically this year, leaving the Cavs unable to sign any player that would make them better, basically trying to compete with the Warriors. And the reason LeBron does this is because he has his agent, and his agent basically is part of maybe a couple players around the league. But here are the main players and the main salary cap reasons why he had a problem. One huge burden is Tristan Thompson's contract. Now we know what happened with Tristan Thompson last year, and in the playoffs mostly, where he was basically non-existent. But his contract is one of the worst contracts, I believe, in the NBA. There's a couple worse, but he's like one of the worst, especially for a team that's trying to compete in the finals. Very bad. He gets paid more than $16+ million a year, and it's going to increase every year his contract keeps going. So, as a player, he averages 9 points per game and 9 rebounds per game, and then just to not show off in the playoffs, to the point where it's very costly to have him in the playoff, where Kevin Love could easily just eat up his rebounds, because Kevin Love usually is a player who has had maybe 20 rebounds a game sometimes. And all the blame can't be placed on Tristan. No, not just Tristan. It continues down the roster, starting with J.R. Smith. Now, J.R. is making $13 million. Another gradual increase that is going to end up with $16 million on 2019 to 2020 season, which is blasphemous, if I must say, referring to what's his name, fucking Smith. He's averaging less than 8.6 points and 2.8 rebounds. The astounding part that makes it really weird that he gets paid $3 million more than Iman Shumpert. Now picture that. Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith basically combined for almost $25 million for players who average 8.6 points and 2.8 rebounds for J.R. Smith. And for Iman Shumpert, it's like 7 points and maybe around 1 point something rebounds. Now that he is another culprit as to why the Cavs were unable to sign any players in the offseason. The stats compared between the two are only different by 1 point. So they're basically the same player. I'd say you're paying 25 million for maybe 15, 16 points a game. Now that is strong. And remember who wanted J.R. Smith. Who was the person that wanted J.R. Smith on the team? Back in the day, it was LeBron. LeBron brought it up and he kept pushing the fact, why haven't you signed J.R., Kev? Why haven't you signed J.R.? And then they probably kept upping the price, so obviously he got paid a lot. And I really don't think those two players deserve it. Compared to other players around the league, most definitely not at all. Now, there's another reason why he wanted to leave. The trade that happened once LeBron came and wanted to start his own another super team in the Cavs is when they traded Andrew Wiggins. Now, Andrew Wiggins was traded, but as we all know, was traded for Kevin Love and a couple players. But Andrew Wiggins being traded for Kevin Love, who Andrew Wiggins has become a 20-point per game scorer, one of the probably elite scorers in the league now, maybe in a couple years more. But they traded him for Kevin Love, and again, Kevin Love was one of my favorite power forwards when he was in the Timberwolves. But besides that, Kyrie must be thinking, okay, we could have had Andrew Wiggins, and he would have been producing. Let's say, I mean, they wouldn't have. Obviously, they didn't win the first year, but the second year they won, and Andrew Wiggins would have grown. And again, people might say, yes, Andrew Wiggins would not have grown the same way he did in the Timberwolves and the Cavs, because he was probably going to be a bench player. But again, I believe he would have still improved greatly, and the contract would have been completely different. For Kevin Love, they're paying around $25 million, 24, and now that I mean, he deserves it. He's 2011. For a 2011 guy, it's very hard to get. But in the playoffs, sometimes he kind of lingers off, and his defense isn't always on point. But when it comes down, like, Kevin Love is a great player. Like, he's one of the things that I noticed after he left the Timberwolves, but he was overshadowed by LeBron and Kyrie, very noticeably overshone by them. And all these factors have come into play for Kyrie. Now, it's not just one thing, it's many, many things. And that's why he requested the trade. He wanted to be the man. I mean, in the finals, he was the man. The guy that made the three-point shot to seal the deal with the Warriors. Now, that is something that will never be forgotten for him. But he's a young player, you know? He hasn't even hit his prime, which is remarkable. Unbelievable, basically, because he's such a good player. And, I mean, he wants to make his own path, you know? I respect it. I mean, everyone was preaching at KD why he left for a super team, and now everyone's getting mad at Kyrie for wanting his own team. Like, man, everyone just gets mad for anything, really, in the NBA, or anyone just talking about the NBA. But really, you have to see both sides. And with the current trade with the Celtics, the Cavs have improved greatly, I would say, because trading Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie is basically kind of the same at the moment. But who's to say? Isaiah has a hip injury. You don't know if he's going to come back the same. But I mean, you get Isaiah, Crowder, a pick, and another player for Kyrie. Now, I'd say the Cavs won in that deal a lot. They won so much. They got so much more for Kyrie than I mean, I'm surprised the Cavs even did that. So yeah, this is basically going in LeBron's favor. But I am not sure if they will be able to beat the Warriors like that, just with the players that they have. But they did improve. Crowder is a great defender, and Isaiah is a great player who averaged like 29 points last season. Now, I don't know if his shots are going to stay the same or if he's going to be holding the ball the same, but I mean, let's see how this next season comes up. And thank you guys for watching. This was the Damaged NBA Report, and we will see you next time. Now, please leave a like, subscribe. If you like the video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. These are just opinions, you know, so just don't get mad. Or if you get mad in the comments. Let me know. And have a good one, guys. See ya.